Hey, Roger Martin again from Billings, Montana. The media isn't going to cover this, but we are winning the war on this, and this is going worldwide. And I said this before, but there's other evidences of this. Just listen carefully to these two guys.
Tariffs, his trade policies, bringing the manufacturing.
Now, Trump getting out of these international agreements that are screwing and raping this country over financially. This was important and essential to getting out of the spider web by these international groups and these corrupt individuals. Now, this is why Trump did it. And again, he has outmaneuvered the deep state and winning. And this is just examples. So getting out of these Paris trade agreements, these other international trade agreements, these were essential. And as you recall, the media fought him a great deal on this. Now remember, the media, the national media, is just a spin-off from these corporations and control these corporations to give their own propaganda and their own spin on this stuff, and to brainwash and to push people. But the fighting back is coming, and it's coming big time. And they're losing, and they are scared.
Manufacturing back here and so on. But the big zinger, if you will, is coming first quarter of 2019.
Trump, he pulled us out of the TPP and the Paris Climate Agreement. And both of those are total globalist agendas. And for him to pull out from it, I think not only does it scare them, but it upsets them to the point to where they'll go to the extreme and kind of touch on it a little bit.
These agreements getting out of them were so essential to breaking off from the globalist movement and getting back into a national movement. This is going worldwide. People are fighting in France, Paris, Taiwan, Central America, Brazil, other countries. This national movement is going worldwide. Just listen to some of this.
Off on a lot of stories with regards, but to answer your question succinctly, yes, President Trump is upsetting the apple cart with his tariffs, his trade policies, bringing the manufacturing back here, and so on. But the big zinger, if you will, is coming first quarter of 2019.
Trump, he pulled us out of the TPP and the Paris Climate Agreement. And both of those are total globalist agendas. And for him to pull out from it, I think not only does it scare them, but it upsets them to the point to where they'll go to the extreme and kind of touch on it a little bit. The immigrants or the caravan that was coming to the border, I think that was coordinated by these globalists as well.
It's becoming very predictable what they do. They fund these things, these caravans. This is an invasion of sorts, and it's backfiring. Just like the attacks on Kavanaugh, just like the Stormy Daniels, all of these things are desperate attempts, and the reason that they backfire is because we are dealing in truths, they are dealing with lies, we are on God's side, and they are not.
And also, people are rising up. They want national governments, they want national sovereignty, they want a voice in their national government, they want leaders that are not connected to global syndicates or corporations. Is going national and international. People in France are saying, we want Trump on the top of vehicles. They want to get rid of their leader who's a globalist, and they didn't vote for him and he got in. And this yellow vest movement is part of this, but it is going worldwide. We're seeing a worldwide battle for national sovereignty and for a voice in the government, and to control our governments, nice so we have a voice, but so we have say-so in where our money's going, what they're doing with that money, and how they're legislating. This is massive. We are rising up, and it's not going to end well for the globalist. Believe me.
Those are just some sound bites, but I consider them to be true. And they've not succeeded. They've succeeded it in a lot of other ways, in dividing the nation and costing us taxpayers a fortune with all these cases against the president and such. But at the end, they haven't accomplished any of the intended goals. So the migration didn't arrive here. Justice Kavanaugh's on the bench. President Trump is not facing impeachment. And President Trump is about to turn the deep state upside down and inside out for the world to see. I actually believe President Trump is gaining global support. Some of it not announced yet. Some of it is. Things are changing, and we actually are winning. It's hard to understand that we're winning because the mainstream narrative has everyone bombarded with these narratives and these issues that make it look like it's a never-ending battle that we can't win. But when you look behind the...
Again, you got to think about what they're doing. They're trying to portray this as a never-ending battle. It will never end until Christ comes. But we are gaining. Trump is gaining. Other leaders are gaining in this nationalist effort to stop the elites, to break up the globalist web, to break up the corporations that are screwing us over, to break up the investments in financial and banking situations, and the Federal Reserve, the Rothschilds. All this stuff is a globalist effort, and we're starting to make inroads and break it up. We can, as a people and as a world, do this if we choose to fight and keep the pressure up.
Curtain at Intel sources, some that are available on YouTube, some that aren't. But once you get into different circles of data and then do your homework, you find we are winning, and things are about to change in a very big way, in my opinion, in 2019, perhaps in the next couple of weeks.
You know, I completely believe what you're saying. And I think France or Paris is a prime example of that, when you have the people on the street saying, we want Trump, we want Trump. And the mainstream media does not want anybody to realize that. But see, it got out because of social media that is happening. The mainstream media had nothing to say about that. What do you mean they want Trump?
Trump is gaining global support, and not just from the people, from leaders around the world. But it's a dangerous time. It's a dangerous time. But I believe we're winning, and I think that that the table is about to be turned upside down with the release of the declassifying of data. You have to understand, as you.
So let's close it here. I'm going to give you the source on this one. But the declassifying of data is going to be released not through WikiLeaks, not through the military that Trump's working with. But this is going to be in Russia. It's going to be in Europe. It's going to be in Central and South America. It's even going to start being released for some of the stuff in possible places like China or Taiwan or India. This is going global-wise as leaders around the world see the battle that's going on, see the success that Trump is having. But they're going to get courage and they're going to start going after this too. So Trump is not only a president for the United States, but he's a worldwide phenomenon and worldwide leader, class leader, and he's leading this rebellion worldwide. Wow, he is a real Trump worldwide. And I don't think this is by accident. I think it's been set up by the hand of God. But you need to pray for Trump. You need to pray for other individuals that are working on these cases that will continue to be victorious. We'll have the victories we need as time goes on, even after Trump is done with his next 6 years. This is going to be an ongoing and a continual battle until Christ comes. Again, this is Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. We are winning, and we will continue to win as these things escalate. And you're going to be on one side or the other. There's no middle ground anymore. Again, it's Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. Good day.